There were two kings. One of them was the king of Sabo, and the other one was the king of adesagbon. They were best of friends, but they've not heard from each other for a very long time. And King Sabo decided to send two of his kingsmen a message to the king of adesagbon. And these two kingsmen, they were also best of friends. They were loyal to each other. They always had each other's back. But you know the saying, you can't always trust people. But on that very day, before they were about to leave their community, their king told them, as you are going on this journey, be warned. The community of adesagbon have something they forbid. I called the both of you and decided to send the both of you this message because I know that your hands are clean. You have never shed anyone's blood. The community of adesagbon, when your hand is stained with blood and they get to find out, they will take your life for it. And the king told them, as you are going, no matter what you encounter on the way, do not kill anybody. They both said, okay, we have heard you, our king. They set for the journey. On their way, they passed through so many communities. They arrived at one particular community and they got attacked by some warriors in a particular community. He decided to defend himself because the other man was a weakling. He does not have enough strength, but one of them was very strong. For them not to be killed by those warriors, the man decided to defend himself and his friend, thereby killing one of the warriors. After the incident, after the fight, he called his friend and said, oh my friend, you know we are best of friends. You know we are loyal to each other. You know what just happened? If I haven't done it, our life would have been taken. I beg you, my friend, do not relate what had happened here to anybody in our adesagbon community, not even the king, because if you do, my life will be taken for it. The friend said, of course, my friend, I will never tell anyone what had happened because we are best of friends and I will never betray you. Have I ever betrayed you? The man said no. But sometimes you cannot tell the heart of man. He said, don't worry, my friend. Your secret is safe with me. They headed for the journey. They went for the journey. They headed for the journey. They arrived at the community of adesagbon. The king welcomed them. The king gave them food and water. The king entertained them because they were messengers from his best friend, whom the king loved so much. After they have given the king the message of the king of Sabo, they were seated on a table with the king. And then the other friend began to tell his best friend, my friend, you see that thing that you did, don't try it again because it's an abomination. The friend said, I know. Please, can you forget about it and let's move on? He said, okay, I just want to remind you. The other one said, I know. So they started talking to the king. The king, not just the king, but the king and his own kinsmen were there. Not quite long again, The friend repeated the same thing. I said, my friend, you see what you did on our way here? There was something terrible you did. Please, don't repeat it again because it's an abomination. His friend was trying to signal the other one. Stop saying what you are saying. If at all you want to say something like this, not here. Or do you want to get me killed? He said, no. I'm just reminding you that is an abomination in this community. The man said, I know. Not quite long as they were talking, he repeated the same thing again. The word caught the attention of the king. And the king said, what is this abomination that your friend committed that you keep reminding him of? He said, my king, you don't want to know the abominable act that my friend committed. The king said, I want to hear it. Can you share it with us? The other one was trying to stop his friend from not telling the king because his own life was at stake. The friend said, my king, I will tell you. On our way here, we got attacked. But my very good friend here killed one of the warriors of the land. And the king said, what an abomination. And the entire king's men murmured, they all raised an alarm. What a grievous crime you have committed. Then the king said, do you know, he asked this very man, the friend who betrayed, the betrayer, I said, do you realize that for what you have just said, your friend will be killed for it? He said, I know, my king. I cannot conceive a secret that I know is abomination. That is why I am telling you now, my king, the grievous crime that my friend has committed. Then the king looked at him and said, you are a bad friend. He said, no, my king, I'm trying to tell you the truth because I do not want to hold the blood of another in my hands. And the king said, you feel that the right place for you to remind your friend is in my presence. You are a bad friend. And then the king called the guards to take the man away and killed him. Which was the man that betrayed his friend, was killed for it. And then the king warned the man who defended and killed the warrior, next time be careful not to kill a warrior or anybody again. I understand your situation, but you see your friend is a very wicked man. So therefore, he does not deserve to live. The man's friend was taken for it, but the man who committed the crime was set free. So I want you to listen to this story, go back, replay it again, and then tell me, what did you learn from this story? I'll see you in my next video.